Hey all, Kyle, AA0Z here. Today I'm going to talk about headsets, push-to-talk switches, and pedals, and how to one-up your game for contesting, POTA, or DXing, so stick around. Alright, I've got a couple of microphones that have the traditional push-to-talk on the side of them that I think everyone is familiar with. This is the Flex that has a push-to-talk, and it's got a microphone built into it, and it has a DIN connector, and it is a 8-pin DIN connector, and you'll see these common on a lot of ham radios. ICOM uses these, Flex uses these. Not really sure about other manufacturers, but a lot of them have gone to the RJ45 connector, which is an 8-pin connector. This is a TYT, and it's got the push-to-talk on the side of it. Some of them have speakers in them, some of them don't, but this is the traditional push-to-talk microphones that you probably are familiar with that come with almost every single radio. Here I've got 3 headsets that you might be interested in. I've put them least expensive to most expensive. And you might want to take a look at these because, one, they put the audio right in your ears, so you'll be able to understand the audio a lot clearer. And 2, these are hands-free because the microphone is right in front of you, so therefore you can log or you can write down anything that you need to about the contact quickly. So let me go over these and show you a little bit about them. This is a Yamaha CM50. It is an over-the-ear type headset, and this you can get on Amazon for about $60. Let's go to the screen here. So you can see this is on Amazon, and as of September 2021, it is $60. This is a good microphone and a good headset to start out with. It's comfortable, it's over the ears, it blocks out all the outside noise, it's got an adjustable microphone. It comes with an adapter to put 9 volts into it, so therefore it becomes from a dynamic to an electric, and you can use this on Kenwood, you can use this on ICOM, you can basically use this on any radio. Even if the audio is hot, you can turn the gain down, and this sounds really good for $60, so I highly recommend this if you're looking for a headset that isn't going to break the bank. So this middle headset is a Heil Pmd Pro Micro. This is a $100 headset. It's made by Heil Sound, and if you're looking for a lightweight, smaller headset that has both ears and a microphone, this is probably the one to get. This is $100 off of DX Engineering. So here it is on DX Engineering. I believe that they make another one that has an electric mic in it for ICOMs, so you might want to take a look at that. I think it's $10 higher. But this is a great middle-of-the-road headset that you might want to take out doing POTA or maybe light contesting for a couple of hours. This is the granddaddy of headsets. This is a Heil Pro Set Elite. It's over the ears, and you can get these ear guards that fit over the headset to kind of help cushion the headset. When you're wearing this for 12 hours, your ears, do get a little bit sensitive, but it's got a very good microphone that you can position anywhere. It sets on your head nicely. And then the nice thing about the Heils is it's got a phase reverse. So in phase and out of phase, you can switch this in and out of phase, and basically that takes the audio and switches it from the outside of your brain to the inside of your brain. It's very hard to explain, but as signals come in, you might want to flip this back and forth to be in phase or out of phase, and you'll be able to hear them better. This is the best sounding headset that I own because it blocks out unwanted noise because it's over the ear. It's the drivers in this headset are very sensitive, and they're very good drivers. And then the microphone is geared towards amateur radio communication. So this is an excellent headset. And this one goes on DX Engineering for $189. So if you're into DXing and contesting and you're going to be wearing a headset for long periods of time, I would recommend this Pro Set Elite. Another headset that I want to mention are the Radio Sport headsets. I don't have one, but I've heard very good things about them. So if you don't like the Heil products or the Yamaha, I would take a look at the Radio Sport headset. They are over the ears. They have a good microphone. They are geared towards the amateur radio community. So I would give those a look to see if that would fit the bill. All of the links that I'm showing are down in the description below, so you can click on those. I am not affiliated with any of these groups or any of these websites, so you can click on the link if you want to purchase one directly from Heil or through a retailer near you. So let's talk about the connectors and how you would connect this to your radio. So all of these Heils and the Yamaha, they come with two plugs. One is a tip and a sleeve, and another one is a tip, a ring, and a sleeve. This one over here is your headset. So it's got a tip, a ring, and a sleeve on the connector. And this is for left, right, and ground. So this would plug into your headphone adapter. And then this is your microphone adapter. So it's got a tip and a sleeve. And this would plug into your microphone connector or plug. So if you don't have a 1/8" connector, what do you do? So you need an adapter to get both your audio and to tell the radio that you are pushing the PTT button and you want to transmit. So how do we do that? So first, let's talk about push-to-talk switches and buttons and pedals. So I've got a slew of pedals and buttons and switches that I have made over the years that I want to show a little bit about. So the great secret about pedals, push-to-talk pedals, is they don't have to be expensive. So the push-to-talk pedals that you see out on the internet that are made for ham radio communications, forget those. Go and get yourself a tattoo pedal. There's a ton of manufacturers out there that manufacture pedals for tattoo artists, and I have found that these are the best and the cheapest ones out there. I will give you a link down below, and I'll show you a screenshot of where I've gotten these 3 pedals, and these cost me about $7 a piece. First, this tattoo pedal is just a 360-degree round pedal and actuates very easily with your foot. It doesn't give you fatigue like some of these other, like this pedal. After 12 or 14 hours of pushing the pedal up and down. So what I've done is I have purchased a ton of pedals here, and I've put different connectors on these pedals. So this is a pedal with an RCA jack on it, and this goes into the back of my Flex 6700. This comes with a tip sleeve, a TS connector, standard on it. I unsoldered the TS connector, and I put this RCA jack, and that's what I plug into my Flex radio. The second connector is the standard connector that comes with the unit. So it's a pretty good connector. It's plastic, but it is a tip and a sleeve, a TS connector, and this is where you can plug this into almost any standard push-to-talk to get the radio into transmit mode. So left that one as is, as stock that came with the 360 pedal. This pedal I modified and put an Anderson power pole on it. I used black and blue as the connector, so I didn't mix it up with a black and red connector for power. So you can get these on different websites. I got these through Mauser. Again, I'll put the link in the show notes, but I put this connector on so I could adapt it to different radios out in the field. This push-to-talk button is basically a arcade button that I mounted inside a T connector. This is a 1-inch PVC connector, and this is a 1-inch button. And you can see I just connected positive and negative leads and put a Anderson power pole on the end of it, a blue and a black. And whenever I push the button, puts the radio in transmit. Same with this M gear, and this is a piano sustain switch. On the bottom of it, it's got a switch here that you can put it in normally open or normally closed. So all of these PTT buttons, they basically close a circuit. So they short the lines, and that's what tells the radio to go into transmit. And again, I put a blue and a black Anderson power pole connector on it so I could adapt it to different radios. So now let's take a look at the adapters that I've made for my different radios. Here are my connectors that I have either purchased or made to adapt my headsets to my radios in order for them to accept the push-to-talk pedals or buttons and connect into the microphone connector on individual radios. So these over here are Heil connectors that are pre-made that you can buy about $25 on DX Engineering. This is for the KX3, so I've labeled each one of them. And this has got a tip, 2 rings, and a sleeve that plug into the mic jack. And this accepts the microphone that has the tip and the sleeve, and then also the push-to-talk, which is a 1/4-inch tip sleeve. So let me pull the connector out, and the pedal just plugs right into it. And that's how I use my push-to-talk pedal on my KX3. I've got others here that I've purchased from Heil. So this is the DIN the DIN connector for my Flex radio that plugs into the front of the Flex radio. And here is an RJ45 connector that I have purchased for some of my Kenwood 2-meter. And they all have the same mic and push-to-talk connector standard on each end of these Heil connectors. These in the middle are audio cables that are tip and ring broken out, and this is a 1/8-inch broken out, and this is a 1/8-inch female broken out to 2 4/inch tip and sleeve. These are non-standard, but this, for example, goes into the back of my Maestro, where I can plug this into the mic jack into my Flex Maestro. I've got the PTT labeled on the red, which is the ring, and I would plug an adapter, an 1/8-inch adapter, or an 1/8-inch tip sleeve into this jack, and my microphone into this jack, and then this would plug into the microphone jack. So I use this on certain radios that will accept this type of connector. This is not standard, but you can make this work. And here are my homemade connectors. So let's go through some of these. This is a tip and a sleeve that goes to an Anderson power pole, and notice the same blue and black connector. Here is a 1/8-inch tip sleeve to an Anderson power pole. Here's another 1/8-inch tip sleeve to Anderson power pole. I've got a RCA jack that I've used on my Flex, and that goes to a tip and an Anderson power pole. And then also this DB9 that connects into a Anderson power pole, and this is connected to pins 7 and 8, which then connects into the back of the computer and enables push-to-talk locally on the computer when I'm running the Flex software. So this is a splattering of connectors that you might create over the years and for your different radios in order to get push-to-talk enabled on your microphone, so you can have a hands-free operation for logging or taking notes during your POTA, your next contest, or if you're DXing. Here is that tattoo supply house called DragonHawkTattooSupply.com, and here is their foot pedals that they offer. I have bought the round 360 pedals through them, and from what I gather, just looking at the pictures, any of these tattoo foot pedals will work with a standard PTT button. And the one that I have purchased down here is this tattoo foot pedal for power supply, 360 degrees, WE013. Click on this guy. This foot pedal is $7, and I purchased 3 of them. It took about 2 weeks for them to arrive, but I am very happy with the quality based on the price of this foot pedal, and I have seen it in action at a contest location, and it has held up. All right, I wanted to take a minute and pull up the DX Engineering website, and I searched for Heil Sound headset adapter cables, and you can see that they are around $25 a piece. And let's just pick one here. Let's pick the 81Y, and shows a picture of it, and then also it shows you what headset model, Heil headset model it fits, and then also the radio for the connector. So that was a high-level overview on push-to-talk switches, buttons, and headsets and how they get connected. Hopefully you found something interesting in this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below, and I will answer them. 73.